Hi gang, hello, welcome to the video. I hope that everyone is having a wonderful day. It is actually, today we are doing a remote broadcast from the surface of the sun. And ooh, it's a little humid, a little hot, a little hazy here in the south. And I kind of hate it. I am a fall winter boy. Let me just tell you right now. I like being like, ooh, it's chilly. I better throw a blanket on or put some more clothes on. I can't really take my trash out, in the nude. Well, I could actually. I could do that, but the neighbors, I don't want to do that to them. So, Jesus, it's hot. Let's see. Just a few little bookkeeping things here. I wanted to make you guys aware of some stuff. This will be a super short video because I need to run and go get my daughter. I have been cleaning the house for 3 days now, and tomorrow we'll make it 4. I think I'm nesting instead of my daughter. Well, she said she had a little nesting going on, but she's been hasn't been up here because I told her I didn't want her up here until I got the place looking, really nice. And we're almost there. I nuked the bathroom from orbit. It was the only way to be sure. And it is now gleaming and steamy and vaguely radioactive, but hey, whatever. Don't be judging on the radioactivity, okay? So, and we've done a huge number on her room. Bob and I got everything out of there, so woo. Let me see. I wanted to let you guys know about a couple things that are going on. One that is kind of finishing up here pretty soon that I thought you might be interested in. I might have mentioned it before, but if I haven't, I definitely wanted to mention it to you now. These are the folks at Amazing Stories magazine, which I did a couple of short stories for them last year. They are kickstarting for this coming year for the magazine, and they're about halfway to goal. There's 4 days left in the campaign. I know that I'm always asking you guys to shell out money for something. And being one of those people who has very little of it, I totally know what a pain in the ass that can be. But these are great people. They put out an amazing product. Let me see if I can find real quick around this desolate slum of an office a copy of the magazine, because my God, it's gorgeous. They do really good stuff, and it is something I loved working with them, and I really think that there aren't that many physical print magazines still around anymore. They do electronic stuff as well, but I really do think it's worth your time and your money to support them. Of course, Amazing is like a classic magazine, and these folks are like the latest iteration of that kind of tradition. So at least check it out. Just check out the magazine and see for yourself. I've got a couple of stories that were in issues last year. I may be seeing if I can publish a novella with them this coming year. But that's still way kind of off in the distance. But they are very much good people. They put out an amazing product, and I think you should at least give them a look if you don't mind. So that out of the way, I wanted to show you something else too. So while I was cleaning and moving and stuff, I found all this, and I found a promotional poster for Brotherhood of the Wheel that the folks at Tor had put together, which is freaking gorgeous, and maybe just maybe stuff like this as I find it, because there's more in storage. They did a ton of posters and stuff like that, but maybe I can do some giveaways and stuff like that for some of the things like that in either here or on Patreon. And please check out my Patreon page, blah 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 blah. I also have this, which is one of my most prized possessions. There's a lot of glare, but there you can see it. This is the guys from Cyanide and Happiness. my dear, wonderful friends, basically my brother and my sister, David and Susie, who are the kids' godparents. They went with me to LA. Well, they went ahead of me to LA to WonderCon? WonderCon? It's one of the Comic-Con kind of offshoots. And they asked the folks from Cyanide and Happiness who are at a booth there, a table there, to do this for me. So it's a one of a kind. And this is supposedly my writing process, which I have to tell you is pretty spot on, actually. So yeah, just soak that in for a minute. That's my writing process right there. Do not attempt this at home. Dave told me that the guys who do Cyanide and Happiness were talking to them as they did it and literally sort of finishing each other's work as they went. So they have this weird hive mind thing, which is pretty cool. Think about it. So, and I found some other cool stuff. I found some paintings, and I got a lot of stuff. But see, the walls in my Fortress of Solitude don't handle nails very well. They actually kind of suck at nails. So I'm gonna have to get some of those little adhesive hook things to put all this beautiful art on, and then I got to find wall space to put it up. Faye, I think one of you lovely people, I'm pretty sure it was Faye, mentioned wanting to kind of get a tour of all the stuff in the office, and I will be happy to do that for you. I've got all this stuff on the shelves back here that you're seeing. I have treasure shelves. Basically, it's stuff that has come to me from the kids or from friends over the years, or stuff I accumulated that still has some meaning for me. So yeah, I'll go over that stuff with you. And then this shelf over here, this is a lot of stuff that David, the aforementioned David and Susie, gave me as kind of gifts and presents as books came out. They've been very, 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 very supportive, and they're beautiful, wonderful people. The Darth Vader came from John and Emily, from my son and daughter. They got me that for Christmas one year, and it converts. You can convert it from an Anakin Skywalker. Why would you want to? But you can. It can go from an Anakin Skywalker with his blue lightsaber to a Darth Vader with a red lightsaber, and he hisses at you. And I think if you push Anakin, he says some whiny shit. But anyways, I love it. I absolutely love it. It's one of the sweetest things my kids ever gave me. So it sets up there in a place of prominence. So enough about treasures and stuff. Other things I kind of wanted to touch on quickly. Let's see here. Besides amazing stories, which again, please give them a look. I think you will be pleasantly surprised if you do, and you might consider jumping on board and supporting them. I did want to remind you I have a story out in Galactic Stew, which I now have in the paperback, mass market paperback, and trade paperback. It's also available as a download, like an ebook. I have a story in there called Tender, which I had a lot of fun writing. The folks who edited it, especially, I don't know Joshua as well as I know David. David Coe is just a wonderful human being. He is a sweetheart of a guy, and a hell of a writer, and a hell of a teacher of writing. I'm maybe hoping I can get David to come on here sometime or other and talk with you beautiful people. So Galactic Stew is available right now, as is Predators and Petticoats, which has been out for a while, and it's available as a paperback and as an ebook. I haven't got my author copies yet, but I haven't checked my P.O. box, which I need to give you guys my P.O. box if you want to send me anything. Please be original. Don't send me anthrax again. Really? I mean, maybe a live cobra or some kind of explosive device. I just mix it up a little. But I'll get you the P.O. box if you guys are interested in sending me God knows what. Let's see. Predators and Petticoats. I have a Brotherhood of the Wheel story in there that takes place after the events of King of the Road, which is the latest book in that series. It is, it's basically a story, focuses mostly on the characters of Lavina and Max, basically heading home after the events of King of the Road. So I had a lot of fun doing this story too, and I love writing Brotherhood of the Wheel stuff. And I was actually talking to someone this morning about getting on to the next book, and hopefully that'll be in 2021 is what I'm hoping for. But very excited about that series. If you haven't checked it out, please consider it. But if you are a fan, your next fix of King of the Road is in Predators and Petticoats. These are wonderful people too. The editors, it's Emily and Margaret. They are a joy to work with, an absolute joy to work with. And I feel bad. I was on a convention thing for Continual, and we were talking about stuff coming out and things we had going, and I couldn't remember Emily or Margaret's name. I feel so freaking bad about that. I was just like, blah, 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 blah. So I think I'm getting grandpa brain. So I apologize to Emily and to Margaret, because you guys are freaking great to work with. I've worked with them on other anthologies. I really hope I get to work with them on some other stuff soon. That would be a joy and a pleasure. But check it out. Let's see. Is there anything else? I don't think so. I am planning Patreon events for August. So if anybody has been kind of on the fence and you're thinking about maybe checking out Patreon and joining up, these last couple of weeks of July are probably not a bad time to do it, because I'm going to start all the programming and stuff for that in August. I had someone ask me about Ink and Ash, I think in one of the comments, and I would love to talk to you guys more about Ink and Ash. It's going to be a little bit of a departure for me. It is a standalone novel. I'm not planning it to be a series. It is more in the suspense horror genre than kind of the urban fantasy genre. And it is set in Southwest Virginia, which is my stomping grounds, and this place is just chock full of weird. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Heard the other night about freaking cannibals in Franklin County, Virginia. Now, moonshiners, absolutely. Franklin County is, I think, like the home of the moonshiners. It's like their birthplace. And I've actually wanted to try to work Franklin County and moonshiners into a Brotherhood of the Wheel book, as well as like NASCAR drivers, because a lot of the early moonshiners ended up being race car drivers because it was a similar skill set. And so yeah, the other night I'm hearing about cannibals in Franklin County. Now I looked it up, and of course, strangely enough, the Franklin County tourist website doesn't mention anything at all about cannibals. So I may have to do a little more digging on my own. So if you don't hear from me again, that's why. But I am excited to keep going on the book. I'm over halfway done with it, and hoping to wrap it up here before the end of summer. And then we start the process of seeing if we can sell it. And I hope we can. So, but yeah, I can talk to you a little bit more about Ink and Ash maybe on the next video. This one's already getting a little longer than I anticipated, and I want to get it out to you lovely people before I go and do more cleaning stuff and go get my daughter. So I hope everybody's having a great day. Please, if you enjoyed this, or if you enjoyed any of the other videos and you haven't done it already, please subscribe. Hit the little bell and click on that for notifications so you'll get updated when I put out a new video. Take a look at my Patreon page. I will leave the link to that in the description of this video. Please give the folks at Amazing Stories, Amazing Tales, Amazing Stories. I'll just pull it back up. I always get this confused. I'm always confused on this. It's not them, it's me. Hang on. Come on. Scoot, 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 scoot. There we go. There we go. There's the little Kickstarter icon. I know it's here somewhere. Oh, come on. Where'd it go? Ah, there it is. Amazing Stories. Amazing Tales was Steven Spielberg, right? That was the story. That was like the TV show. Amazing Stories was the magazine. I get them confused all the time. I hope I'm not the only one. If I am, send me some scorpions at my P.O. box. I'll just put the P.O. box in the description of the video too. And then I'm going to throw it up on Patreon and some other places, but I should do that. Amazing stories. Give them a look. Help them out if you can. I think you will find it a very worthwhile cause. It's supporting another market for writing. That's something else. They are very open to getting submissions from people. So it behooves you. How often do you get to use that word? It behooves you to help them stay up and running and putting out quality science fiction and fantasy. So yeah, subscribe, click on the bell, help Amazing Stories out if you can. Check out my Patreon. I'll put the link in there, and have a wonderful and hopefully air-conditioned filled day. I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye.